Hi Bonnie, my name is Luke, and I saw your post and decided to make a video. I have some tips for you at the end of this video on how to review lots of resumes using Notebook LM and creating a Retrieval Augmented Generation system pretty easily. But I just wanted to talk about first and get your feedback, and anyone who's watching this feedback, please be kind. Happy people don't hate. I think that the whole posting a job posting and the candidate responding is totally outdated. It's not working. There's too many generated responses from AI. So I think a better way would be for all of the information that a candidate has to be shared in one place and then be searchable by recruiters. No social media part, no happy birthday notifications, no, I saw a snail walking up a wall and that's why I did this product and this feature. So here's the problem that I just stated. The solution is just to do sourcing. Find the people that you need and would be right for the job and reach out to them. So I made a TikTok account called the Interview Feed, and I posted some work examples, and it's a place where recruiters can go to just see work examples, and also the idea is that I'll ask typical interview questions and then people can stitch their responses. And also, just to be clear, the account will only repost the original poster's video. So there's no middleman, it's just consolidating work examples into one place. I can also make a YouTube playlist. I made a YouTube channel. Eventually it could be divided by subject, type of work, etc. Then all of the videos that are reposted can be automatically transcribed and then put into a RAG or RAG. I like to call it RAG because I hate saying RAG, but it's the Retrieval Augmented Generation using an LLM to search a particular database or set of information. So here's the interviewfeed.com. I'm still working on it. I just thought of the idea and I'm making the website right now. But recruiters can put in their job description and then ask what work examples are similar, and then they can find people who built projects based off of what they need, and then from there go to the person's profile and see how they answer the typical interview questions about them, where they live, stuff like that. But it'll answer the question of, can this person do the job, and a work example. How? By just people sharing their work examples and being themselves without the pressure of an interview. So it's just a public interview process up front, and then the recruiters can source rather than go through this whole process of recruiting, which is becoming unsustainable for both the recruiter and the candidate. So if you have any feedback, let me know. I know the site needs work, but I just came up with this idea yesterday. And then following up are some tips on how you can review those 300 resumes in 45 to 90 minutes. Thanks. Hi Bonnie, Luke here. I'm an AI workflow specialist, and I'm going to go ahead and walk you through creating a RAG or a RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. I prefer to say RAG. And then also to create that data to create a podcast to go over lots of candidates and not have to review one by one. I'm just going to search for a couple resumes to use as an example. I'm going to take a screenshot of each. The capture process, I'm sure you've already have. That definitely can be automated too. My desktop's a little messy. Now I'm going to open up the folder in Cursor. I have another video about how to set it up. Basically do auto run mode, but I want to get to the point as fast as possible. I'm going to go ahead and ask it to OCR the images. Can you organize all of these into a folder called resumes and OCR the images and export the data as text files? So what's the best way to create a RAG with the latest and greatest information? I usually search for engineering interview questions, and RJ McCandless is one of my favorite creators because he knows all of the latest workflows and everything on how to do more technical stuff. So I went ahead and transcribed his video and then created a how-to guide for how to create a RAG based off his recommendations. So I have my RAG setup guide and I have my extracted data. I'll go ahead and make the RAG by just providing the setup guide with the data that I have. I use Whisper as a plugin. Basically, what you can do is you can use Cursor to look at your system preferences, your hard drive space, and determine which LLM works best for you. Now, a smaller LLM will work just fine. Now, usually I'd be using Claude Code, but Cursor is easier to start. Feel free to reach out if you need help. I'm more than happy to help you for free because this is a big problem. It's hard to get noticed, and I also know it's hard to review because AI tools are submitting lots of resumes. But I do think everyone deserves a chance to be at least reviewed very quickly at least. I want you to go ahead and create this RAG so I can ask questions about each resume, and I want you to have the sources available, and I want you to set it up in this folder, please. Go ahead and run everything, and thank you for your help. So what you can do is you can create a Raj for each position and ask specific questions about it. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate our resume folder. Can you go ahead and create a small summary, or actually separate files, or actually can you create one file with all of the information from all of these resumes that I have? What I would do is I would ask the Raj the interview questions that you would plan on asking the candidate. Maybe ones that you wouldn't put live, that way you can keep it private. Basically, about technical skills and things like that. Also operating under your assumption that there's probably a lot of people or staff agencies that are also contributing to this high number. There probably is a way to use AI to sort home IP addresses versus other IP addresses. Or there might be some sort of cybersecurity way to filter out certain items, and you can ask Cursor about that. Or to identify certain patterns, things like that. But the main point of this video is to go ahead and take the information and put it as a podcast. If there were 300 resumes, would I be able to do a small summary of each person or qualified candidates? And how long would that audio be? So here's some math. Essentially, if you did all 300 candidates, it would take 45 to 90 minutes. Now, let's say between the Raj, which could produce the list of some candidates, based off of certain requirements, you can go ahead and reduce this number. So there is a way to review a lot of information really fast. I kind of came up with this idea because I used to work for Apple Music Radio, and we used to have to review the new art for templates for all of the shows and all of the sizes. So what I did was I Apple scripted putting a Photoshop template on top with opacity, and then how it would work is I would automate doing the spacebar key and going down for each template, and then record the screen. Go do something else, and then it would scrub through the video. So there's definitely ways on how to review lots of automation. I know this because I've been a production designer for 22 years. I work at scale with lots of stuff and doing stuff fast. Our Raj is ready. It's coming up with the information and the responses. It's not perfect because I didn't do all of the proper data and I don't have it, but it does work where you can ask questions about it. But yeah, that's it. I'll leave it at that.